Thank you very much. I'm Charles Batte, and I was a Batte fellow and trainee. And my main areas of interest are really around health economics for HIV and non-communicable diseases, and then various innovations that I'll be sharing with you. So, this year, I'm a very happy guy, so my presentation is also going to exude a lot of joy and a lot of happiness. I don't know how this got here, but if you know, you know. My work is mainly around two issues. One is innovation, and this is how I was introduced to the Batte Fellowship. Around 2016, I was working on this innovation, the Ulira app, which is a mobile phone device used to test for hearing loss among TB patients. I was doing my master's degree in public health, and interacting with the program, I identified gaps in monitoring hearing loss that was caused by ototoxic treatment. And so my team and I came up with this innovation, and we started looking for funding or support to enable us to take it forward. So Batte liked the idea and provided me support. And currently we've done a validation study in the TB population. We've presented it several times around the world. And we've applied for another 21 application, the one on mobile health technologies for low and middle income countries. It was not successful, but we learned a lot from it. So for me, when I think about the fellowship, and also when I think about myself 4 years ago, this is what I was looking at. I was just out of school, and this was the trajectory that I thought of taking to reach the pinnacle there. And my mentor, if he remembers, when I bumped into his office to say all these things I wanted to achieve in 10 years, and he and I agreed that I was crazy, this is what we were talking about. And for me, really, reflecting on the Batte Fellowship and what I got from it is this journey. So what I think...
What does Batte stand for?
That?
What does Batte stand for?
That's the pulmonary AIDS-related TB complication. Can you grant?
No, you remember? I remember that name, but I'm trying to figure out which grant that was.
It's the E43 with Luke Davis.
With who?
Batte, pulmonary AIDS-related and tuberculosis complications.
Who's the PI?
Luke Davis, yeah.
That's what okay, I get it now. I remember the part, but I couldn't remember the full name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I envisioned an independent researcher then as somebody who does good work, presents it at both local and international conferences, publishes it in peer-reviewed journals, writes and wins grants, and then mentors and builds capacity for the others. And when I had my first meeting with my mentor, these are the things I talked to him about and where I wanted to go. So this is like a trajectory that is going to give out my age. I've been masquerading as an old man because of my gray hair. But basically, I completed medical school here in 2015. In 2016, I walked into my mentor's office and I told him what I wanted to do. And the following year, I successfully applied for the Batte Fellowship. And then the Batte Fellowship supported me in completing my master's degree in public health. And here I am today in a very confusing zone, like you will see later on. So the Batte Fellowship provided me with several things that I would like to share with you. One was really exposure and training. These are some of the courses that I've undertaken since I joined the program, and mainly they've been around building my skills in conducting, managing research, writing grants, and also practicing my presentation and oratory skills. Secondly, it's been really supporting me. Sorry, this looks very busy. It's been supporting me to present my work at various conferences. And I think key conferences that I've presented some of my work at include the Union Conference, the World Health Summit, and also the PATSATS conference. So this is a great opportunity for me to share what I'm doing with other people out there, get collaborators, and in a way, expand my networks. Third, and again, what I discussed with my mentor about writing and winning grants has been helpful in that over the course of the fellowship, I've developed skills in writing grants. And I've had 2 NIH grants that have come as fellowships that have been supporting my work on HIV and non-communicable diseases. The first one looked at how patient-centered education can improve treatment outcomes in HIV patients that have non-communicable diseases, especially hypertension. And the current one, I'm still working on the protocol, is going to look around health-related quality of life and costs for patients that again have both HIV and non-communicable diseases. And the others have been around my innovation, the Wulira app. It's available in Google Play Store. You can download it. It helps a lot to see that people are downloading it. And really, it's been developing the application, validating it, and now scaling it up. The other grants, which look slightly bigger, have been teamwork. So this is a grant that has been awarded to Makerere University. It's a D43 grant where I'll be program manager, and it was just awarded maybe 7 days ago. So also Pat has helped me to learn how to work with teams, already established teams, to write grants. So those are the key things for me from the fellowship. One is really mentorship and how it works, and I would say a little bit more on that because I've been on both sides of the coin. I've been on the side where the relationship has not worked out, and I've also been on the side where the chemistry has worked like that. Secondly, has been really developing core competencies that we need as young researchers. So when I show you my journey from 2015 to 2019, it would probably take me 10 years to get to where I am, but with this support and training, and especially being placed into that enabling environment that introduces me to so many different people. I remember when the Lung Institute was beginning, and my mentor knew that I'm interested in health economics. He's like, go to the Lung Institute. They have this TB project on costs. Go do some work, pick up skills. But then when I get there, I meet other people who mentor me in even more ways. So this is not very clear, but I like taking screenshots of key emails between me and some people. So this is an email from 2016 when I emailed my mentor for the first time, and these are the things I wanted to work on with the TB projects and the health economics, and then the Wulira app. And I'm really impressed because it's a very old email, but over the years I've seen that he actually listened to me, and he's been building me towards those objectives that I set from the first day out. They are busy people, but once in a while when I receive an email from my mentor saying there is this opportunity that I think you should work or that you should apply for, I think it's really someone investing their time in you, because so many times you look at things and you do not know whom should I send it to, etc. But someone taking their time to say, I think this is a great opportunity for Charles, let me forward it to him and let me provide him support to ensure that he applies for it. And then most of the times, or a little bit of the times, things will not go well, you know, but then they don't dump you. They keep on sending you these emails encouraging you. Some of them are really very frank emails. You want them to be a little bit nice, but sometimes they're just like, you know what, focus on this and that is all. But it's again very encouraging. and it's something that has really been key for me in this mentorship. But I've also learned that they are actually very busy. Sometimes they can send you a very long email. You think it's like a support for you to go to the Union Conference in Mexico, but they are telling you that they're going to miss your wedding because they are very busy. So for my mentor, whom I want to say, I'll just say you missed all this. But wherever you are, my wife and I are still available to be taken out for dinner. So don't miss that opportunity. Yes. So just running to my current focus, as I mentioned, I'm really interested in health economics, which is a really, I would say, a young field in our setting. Economic evaluations and health economics around these topics, HIV, NCDs, and then innovations. And then just that journey I've shared with my mentor has really had such an impact on me that I've also wanted to mentor other people. And that other part of my focus now is joining teams that are writing or working on training grants that will create more opportunities for other people, and working with them to try and get those grants here and build capacity and maybe replicate what I've experienced through this PAT training program. Now, I mentioned my gray hair in the beginning, but I'm lucky that I have it because lots of people think I'm an old man, so there are students who come to me to mentor them. So it's been very interesting for me to also be in the shoes of a mentor and see what exactly happens. So recently, I've worked together with a team here at the college, and we just submitted a grant to build capacity around HIV, non-communicable diseases, and aging, and we've submitted this to the Forgaty HIV training D71. We probably will hear back around March, fingers crossed. And as I mentioned, a few years ago, for 3 years, we worked on this D43 application. Professor Moses Kamia is one of the PIs on this, and Dr. Bruce Chirenga is the other PI, and it's been awarded, and we will be training people around non-communicable diseases. And again, we are creating another team to apply for another D43 focused around how environmental factors impact non-communicable diseases. Now, each time I get an opportunity to talk to somebody from the NIH, I make sure I do not forget this. 2 years ago, when I was in Bethesda, I had an opportunity to meet with Roger Glass. And this is exactly what I told Roger, is that there is this dream RFA I want. Like, I just want to log on to the Forgaty website and see like a call for application for this. I think for low and middle income countries, we have people who are really willing to mentor junior people to become independent researchers and to become excellent researchers. But also, we have faculty or people who need or who would benefit from building their capacity on how to mentor. So as much as the current grading programs are really focused on mentoring junior faculty or junior researchers to become independent researchers and do good research, I think a grant around building capacity for university faculty mentors to become effective mentors would also go a long way in promoting research. Thank you very much.